Pounders, welcome back. We are jumping into some more dog bowls tonight. Going to try to multi-table. If we get enough people in here, I think that will be possible, but we're going to jump in right away to start this off. Hopefully there's not a long wait. Of course, +9. Right now, only 40% full. Man, this thing is on the way to overlay. It's very behind. We're talking about it's Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Kicks off at 12:23 p.m. on Sunday. So very good if you're grinding these. You need to hit 10 drafts to get the promo. The promo is if you finish in the top 2,000, then you get your money back. If there's only 4,000 entrants, you have a 50% chance to get your money back. Basically turns this draft into a $12.50 entry. You could think about it like that as long as you're not advancing, but if you're finishing in the top 50% at a normal rate. A little bit of news, injury news, and leave it to Pete Carroll to make it look like the whole team is going to miss this week. And then the whole team's going to play. So like Tyler Lockett expected to play, Metcalf expected to play, Kenneth Walker expected to play. Just so annoying. But I have a feeling you guys weren't really on the Seattle pieces anyways because of the tough matchup. Let's jump into a battle royale just until that fills. Adam, what's going on? Nick in the live stream. Jay, always here. What's up? Slap me on the way in. It's slap the like on the way in. Drop the sub if you're not already subscribed to the pound. And Adam sneaks in. Adam sneaks into the 3 spot. This is a fun room. I did a dog bowl draft. Man, it's probably like 7 a.m. Eastern. Not a single, there was one grinder in there. Other than that, I didn't recognize any names, a lot of badgeless people. So morning drafts might be it might be a thing. It might be a thing. Crazy room too. Overlay City, which is crazy because I feel like people were grinding this contest earlier this week, but it was a lot of the same faces. Justin Herzig, CG, Nick, NF42, me, Sacrilegious, who finished top 3 last week. A lot of the same faces were in those rooms. So I'm surprised it's not filling at a faster rate, but guess what? It's good for us. So I'm not going to complain. It'd be stupid for me to be like, yeah, I want this thing to fill. Like, yeah, great for Underdog. And sure, Underdog partner here. But I like overlay. It's basically just increasing your odds to make money. 2,000 entrants. I'd be surprised. I'd be very surprised if this thing touches 90%. And I don't know if it's because of people not knowing about the promo. If you do at least 10 drafts, then you're qualified for the promo. I don't know what it is. Obviously, I think if they advertised it right on the front, that would help. We get Chase at 6 here. Let's go Chase and Lamar. I'm going to be overweight Lamar this week. Sure, Mahomes had a great game last week, spread the ball, scored a bunch of titties. Other than that, though, he's been pretty mediocre all season. Has an awesome matchup against Denver. Didn't get there last time. Doesn't mean he won't this week. But I do like Lamar's matchup against Arizona. +4 for the dog bowl. +4. 3 holes kind of gross. I don't know. I think the top 3 is fine. Like CMC, Kelsey, and Hill. I do think there's a tier drop off after Tyreek Hill. Now, AJ Brown absolutely smoked Washington the last time he played them. Like 8-9 catches, 170 plus yards, touchdowns. So I mean, it's not a bad thing to get AJ Brown too. Cooper Kupp, Chase. After Chase, You could say there's another tier break, but I definitely have one after the first 3 picks. See what comes back to us. A lot of people like, there's so many reach options that for that last round, if it's in the same tier and they have a similar ceiling, I'm typically just going with the reach play that has that similar ceiling. Just because the amount of people you're just gonna leverage that don't have that player drafted or he's not drafted every single time. Nick, you're sick. Shock. Welcome to the live stream. It says, "What's poppin'? Hit that like button, y'all." Yeah, it helps tremendously. I appreciate that. Pat tried to get into your BR and ended up getting into another room in the 6th spot. AJ Brown and Cup just fell in my lap. What the insane. Insane. I can't touch Thielen. It's just my fingers won't let me do it. Tony Pollard and JT. How can you not go double RB on this slate? Whether it's Mostert, like Mostert should definitely be going in front of Thielen, in my opinion. So should Pollard, so should JT. So if I made rankings, like, yeah, I want 2 RBs in this range. Breece Hall is insane. Alvin Kamara, CMC, Travis Etienne. Like, I want double RB combinations of those players. You can add Barkley in there. You could add Swift in there, who's a good leverage play off of Jalen Hurts. Now, the thing is, like, on the 1, they like to tush push, which hurts DeAndre Swift. Like, 0 rushing touchdowns the last 3 games. That being said, it could happen any week. And at 42 has the best luck. Nick's a grinder. So, like, if you do enough of these, oh shit, we are on the, oh my, we get Nick next to us. We'll see what Nick wants to do with his share of the 1 spot. He stole my influencer, 101. We get the 102. So we can't go RB here. Crash Rich is another one that's always in a Mario. Let's go. Mario, hope you're in here. Dusty, very familiar. Ali Jambro has been grinding these. EDN3. I don't think I've gone into a single room without this guy in it. That being said, right now, I think he's just a depositor right now until we see a big cash. B Wakey Way. Name's very familiar. Okay. If Thielen falls to 30, I'll draft him. Okay. That's what it's gonna have to be. He's gonna have to fall to 30. And then we can do maybe Schultz as a bring back. Okay. So I'm just not gonna have a Thielen share then. It wasn't meant to be. It was not meant to be. We'll go Kelsey here. Which means I don't really want to force the Schultz pick over Ingram. And we need a receiver. San Fran, this would be a nice little bring back here. And Purdy's expected to play. Debo is practicing on the side, and he's not. Is he officially out? I think he's officially out. So Brandon Ayuk as a little mini stack with Chase. Yeah. Yes. Ayuk fell like a lot just because of the Purdy concussion news. I don't think Sam Darnold would be a huge downgrade with Debo not playing. It's just going to be a super condensed offense at that point. But Purdy has one more hurdle to go until he can be cleared for a concussion protocol. So it seems like there is a chance. It does seem like there's a chance Purdy plays. That's going to be preferable, but I don't think Darnold absolutely kills Ayuk's value. Same thing with Kittle with no Debo. So I'm not going to be shying away from those picks. I'm going to jump into another dog bowl because I'm going to try to multi-table this, get as many in as possible. We're waiting on 8. And let's see how it's going. Jalen Hurts at 5, AJ Brown at 6. Cooper Kupp at 8 is an absolute gift. An absolute gift. I would be hard as a rock with Cooper Kupp at 8. Waddle at 10. Okay. I think we've gone too far. EDN3 has done so many drafts. He is officially bored. He is he is officially bored. ETN at 11, Kamara at 12. Sacrilegious was in my room on a draft earlier, and he got Andrews Lamar in the weirdest way possible at 12-13. Like, just gifted the combo on a silver platter. Just gifted. Give me your powers. Adam, let me know what it was in the chat. I already forget. The mind is racing. Ooh, wow. 2 people. So we are going to be multi-tabling the Dawg Bowl. Stoked. Stoked. Let's see. Pull the chat up on the left. There we go. JT Waddle, Mark Andrews, Mahomes. That's a fun combo. I like that combo. Lamar, TJ Hawks, common. Cooper Kupp and CeeDee Lamb seems insane. Seems insane. Both players falling. Nick's in this one too. Can't dodge the Nick. Can't dodge the Nick. Eric, welcome to the live stream in the 9 spot. Shock Trauma in the 4. Crash Rich with his spoon grabs the 1. Get the spoons out. That's what Guy did. He's got his big wooden spoon and he's stirring the pot. Raheem Mostert, would have liked Mostert to come back to us. Definitely think he should be rising off the news that he's practicing. Puka, yep, take him off the board. Please. Tua Hill, yeah, that's pretty much expected. There's no way. There's no way I'm going Thielen here. I'm cool with Ayuk, to be honest. Ayuk or let's go Barkley. It's Ayuk or Barkley. I think it drops off at RB after Barkley. Sure, there's Swift, who's also a great play. Definitely a tier drop off after Swift. I just don't trust Arthur Smith and like the comments he's making about like fantasy community and basically trolling the fantasy community. Like, oh yeah, well maybe next week I'll play more like Cordell Patterson's. Like, you're a freak. You're a freak. Then with the wrench. Welcome to the live stream, my man. Great to see you in the chat. Great to see you in the chat. We'll take Chase at 7. Let's go. About time. About time. Just like a one pick ADP slip gets me happy, gets me excited. That's all we need. That's all it takes. I can't click Thielen. It won't let me. My hands can't do it. My hands can't do it. Let's go Ayuk here. He goes too late. He goes too late. It's between Ayuk and Addison. I think it's pretty close. I have a lot of Addison shares from earlier in the week when he was going after Olave, like in this range. So I have a good amount of shares then. I don't know about Dawg Bowl, but definitely in Battle Royale. There's something we mentioned to the Pounders Plus Patreon members, like target Addison early. He's going to rise. And I figured he'd end up in this like Olave range. Steamed up. Dude, steamed up. Nico Collins is discounted way too much this week, too. Mostert goes in at 15. Patreon members unite. You guys honestly make the dream possible. And we just put all that back into the channel. This has to be a JT pick. This has to be a JT pick. Yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. Ben says, good to catch a live show. Had to catch him all later in the evening. Unfortunately, my work schedule is hectic April through October. I'll have more downtime in a few months soon. I love that. Ben, do you still plan on starting your own channel? Fancy Dysfunctional in the live chat, dropping the spoons, dropping the my guy. Hashtag my guy. Adam says, Kirk, Hawk, Addison, stack. Feel okay this week? Yeah, sure. Sure. Kirk actually looked really good last week, but Green Bay does have a decent secondary, so I don't mind double stacking when it's with the tight end. You're just not going to do that with two receivers in Battle Royale. Nico Collins goes at 32. This dude is just literally being a spoon. This guy is a spoon. Yes, sir. Got to get a laptop and start. Let's go. I'm going to be looking for a new mic soon. So I'll give you a super discount on this thing. Give you the Pounders hookup. New mic and potentially new camera. So that shit's coming in. All right, JT and Chase. JT and Chase. I think there shouldn't be a reason why Burrow would get drafted here. If Ayuk makes it back to us, we could push Burrow. There's two QBs. Okay, Ayuk's gone. We can. I was gonna say we can do the same thing with Kittle, but Kittle went super early in this draft, which I think is correct. Like you think about no Debo, like it does raise the chances Kittle has a nice ceiling game. Oh my god, I forgot I painted that. Definitely have paint on my shirt. Doing a little bit of cleanup in the basement, in the gym. George Pickens goes at 42. Honestly, I like Pickens in that range. Nico goes right before us. Nico was definitely going to be one of our targets. Let's go Olave here. I'm going to try to push Burrow, and if he doesn't make it back to us, it's really no sweat. I probably like Swift better, but I do need to raise his exposure, and we do have a mini stack with JT right now. It opens up Derek Carr as well, so it gives us a nice couple options here. Joe Burrow could still make it back to us, but we won't have a game stack, which isn't the biggest deal. Just something I'm thinking about. Still waiting on the week. Hill and Waddle go off in my weekly winners team. Yeah. It's tough though, because having two receivers go off in the same game is negatively correlated. Oh man, if Derrick Henry made it back to me there, I would have probably had a little party. Would have had a little party. Is Ridley gone? Ridley's gone. I don't have strong conviction about any of these guys. I think we just go with the bring back with T. Higgins, with Ayuk. So much C-Watt. We're going to have so much C-Watt this week. Kareem Hunt. This is probably just going to be an uncorrelated team unless we go. This could be a Purdy squad, to be honest. This could be a Purdy squad. If he doesn't play, we could probably just do an even pick swap for. Yeah, see, Burrow might make it back to us unless I just sprinkle the jinx in. He does make it back to us. Or we can go Goddard here, and we can stick with the plan. It seems crazy, but we're doing it. Goddard fell. We're getting Goddard in the middle of the 4th round. I'm still not mad if this is a Derek Carr team with the JT bring back. Been actually trying to build this out for a little bit, and just some combination comes up, and I'm like, I can't not do that. That could have been the Joe Burrow here too, but let's push it. I do need I want the Derek Carr stack against Indy's weak defense. He's been throwing the ball 50 times the last 2 weeks. So Nick brings in Burrow. And then this is a QB last pick. If Derek Carr's there, it's Derek Carr. I mean, sorry. If Brock Purdy's there for this team, it's Brock Purdy. If not, I don't like Stafford this week, to be honest. It probably looks like this, to be honest. Russell Wilson. We might move Russ just because he has a little bit of rushing upside, 40, 31, 21. Could get in the end zone with the rushing touchdown. And we would have a little mini stack between Kelsey. So I think it actually would go Purdy then Russ for correlation here. That makes the most sense. Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. I should be able to last pick Derek Carr. 2 people after me need a QB, so if I push it, they will both be picking twice. That's just something to look at. Ben, that's standard. Oh, Thielen. I can't. We'll see. If he keeps it up, I will eat my hat, man. I will eat my hat. But he's not the same Thielen as last year. It's crazy. It's crazy. You saw Cliff, and then he goes to Carolina, and he's crushing it. Everyone thought DJ Chark was going to be the Oh, no, we didn't need Purdy in this team. All right, let's jump into another one. Because these are going to end. Oh, 12 out of 12. 12 out of 12. One spot. Ooh, we're deep. We're deep into this one. The 11. Okay, might be soft. Let's see. All right, so this is, we need a flex. We get a receiver of our choice, or we can go Dameon Pierce. Washington, we can go Terry for a little mini stack with Goddard. And we get Brock Purdy for this team. Little Ayuk, Higgs. Bring back. Okay. That looks good. X out of that one. Go back to this one. Terry or C-Watt. Let's stack it. Let's make the correlation dream. We'll go Terry. We'll get the little mini stack. McLaurin, Goddard. We have a little mini right now between JT and Olave. If we get sniped on Derek Carr again, I think, Jesus, do we do Sam Howell? I think we would have to. One team needs a QB. Right now, he has the options of Kenny Pickett. Obviously, he's mad. Trevor Lawrence, he had just one player to get past to get the T-Law in the end of the 5th round. That's insane. That's insane. in a 12-person draft? Oh, thank God. Oh, okay, he finds a stack on the back end. Okay, beautiful. So we get our Derek Carr team, and, it's well correlated. Looks beautiful. Ben is using the wrench right now. Ben is in the chat using the wrench. I didn't even see the message. What's my favorite Dog Bowl draft so far this week? It's gonna be, probably my Lamar Andrews team. He goes misclick. All right, Adam, we can see your chats again. We can see your chats. It's not like last time when he shadow banned you. I'll take Mahomes at 11. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. I'll take Mahomes, Mark Andrews. Titan, you don't want to go based off ADP, man. That's boring. You don't want to be an ADP drafter. You know how detrimental that is? Dude's not even there. All right. I like this squad. I like this squad. This one goes into this week's Hall of Fame. Active. Just gotta take a screenshot of that. One pick away. Oh, and he goes Lamb first when Andrews was next in ADP. I hate that. But it's a clear Brees Hall for me here, anyways. I hate that move. Who does that? Let me pick this guy later in ADP first, and then probably because Andrews was his locked pick. It's not that crazy. Just triggered me. Someone put some respect on C. Watt's name, Nick shouts. I don't blame you for that. He goes way too late. Back-to-back full practices. Like, I agree. He's the ceiling play. He's got Minnesota this week. But if we're drafting a ton of C. Watt right this week, we should have a good amount of love. And I think that does match my portfolio take. I think I do have a decent amount of love. Ban the loyal supporters. Love it. Yeah, Ben with the misclick, just firing off clicks, spam clicks, spam clicks. Kamara Thielen, ETN Puka, Lamar, Tony Pollard. That looks good. We sneak into a room. This was good. EDN 3. Unlimited funds. Unlimited funds for EDN 3. The ban hammer. Remember last time you were shadow banned for like a week? Like, why is Pat not answering my why is he not answering my YouTube live comments? Love doesn't need to be optimal when Seawalk catches 2 bombs and 1 for a tutty. Yeah. It's very true. It's very true. But you know that's gonna be like 150 yards on those 2 catches. And he's got Minnesota, so I definitely put Love probably ahead of right behind Lawrence this week. Like, that's where I'd be ranking Love. Probably put Stafford behind Derek Carr, to be honest. Dallas is not an easy matchup. We'll see how they do. Mostert at 23 still is a gift. Like, you can't tell me Adam Thielen should be going this far ahead of Raheem Mostert. From a ceiling perspective. No HN. Like, there's no way. Yeah, this is a fun start. This screams fun. Tua Kelsey might be a little different of a combo. So I'm respecting this start right now from EDN 3. I am respecting this start. He's had some crazy starts. Nice. Brings him a Waddle. That's fun. Again, like Tyreek Hill could tweak something early into the game, and it's the Waddle show. So that being said, like practices, like from the beat reporter saying that he was cutting well, he was going full speed. So not a whole lot to worry about, but anything can happen. Ben says, I picked up my phone to say we got. Oh my God, I lost it. Where'd it go? Say we got to get Pat in these NBA. No, absolutely no. Can't do it. You can't do it. I made the NBA channel for you guys in the Discord. Every now and then I peek in. I'll be in fantasy hockey before I get into basketball. What do we want to do here? I'm afraid I don't know if these guys are in the live stream, so I'm not gonna fully say. It wasn't Bijan. It wasn't Bijan. We should be able to push. One of them was Pickens. Shit. One of them was Pickens. Hmm. And the other one was Kittle. Oh, we get back-to-backed. Gross. I think we have to go K-Walk here. I need to up my shares. Gotta up the shares of K-Walk. Not really interested in any bringbacks unless it's Njoku. If Amari hits with the backup QB, he hits, but I'd rather just take my shot on the tight end. Doesn't have to score as many points to get there. What do we want to do here, Titan? What do we want to do here? Can't believe Kittle and Pickens both get snipped. It's probably Ridley for me, to be honest. If we're being honest. And then how many teams? So we'd be pushing tight end, basically, by doing this. It's Ridley. It's Ridley against Pittsburgh. Gives up a ton of yards, ton of points to wide receivers. I love this. The Thielen fades in the chat. I love this. It's like Alexander Madison before the season started. That's now Thielen. Just creates wars. Just creates wars. We see Kyle Pitts get reached on. Probably could have pushed. Depends. Depends. We'll see if these guys draft a tight end. I know Crash Rich likes to grab. He doesn't go last round tight end, which I don't blame him on this slate. There aren't really 12 consistent tight ends on this slate. Not to say that you can't hit one down here. But after Schultz, you're guessing. You can make educated guesses and you can have your ceiling predictions and all that, but you're not going to get that same consistency that you get with these guys that go before Schultz. And that's where 95% of my portfolio this week is in dog bowls. But always feels good to push and get that player to fall. Ingram off the board. Double tight end's not going to help. That's not going to help my case of pushing it. EDN3. Let's see what this sicko does. Yeah, I agree with this. I agree with this, especially now that we have news that Lockett's expected to play too out of the blue after not practicing 2 days in a row. Thanks, Pete. Just really good. Just really good with the player updates in Seattle. Yeah, this is the best. You want to hit a free pick 'em? You just take you just take the under on rushing yards for Alexander Madison every single week. It's basically like an underdog free bet, but it's better because you can pair it with their half yard free bet. Oh man, without fail, without fail. He goes CJ Stroud. So you are expecting a Schultz pick here. Oh, oh my God. D's just started a war. 3 Houston players after he gets sniped on Stroud. He said, fuck this $25. Oh my, please, please, please. We gotta screenshot and send this to the man on the Twitter. Oh my God. Oh, he just started an absolute war. That was personal. That was personal. That's hysterical, bro. Just had to add him real quick. Okay, one more person needs a tight end, and yeah. And yeah, it gets thin. So we might as well push tight end to the last pick. We can't go. Obviously, if Rice falls back to us, we're interested in Rice. I think he gets auto picked here. But Daddy looks like he is on auto, which makes sense with the 2 tight ends. Although it got there last week, which is insane. But you just had super flat scoring from wide receivers. Like every single wide receiver on the slate was basically under 20 points. And that's how you were able to get a double tight end team in there. Not something I'd recommend. Both of these guys can go receiver. Like, what are the chances? Dude, T-Law so late. Go T-Law. Although, like, no one can grab him. This guy's going to get a last round pick T-Law. That's crazy. He should not be falling that far. He should not be falling that far. All right, we're jumping into another one. That's fucking insane. Waiting on 3. Let's go. We push Rice. We push him a full freaking round. A full round. And he comes back. If you love something, let it go. It's meant to be. It's Rashid. You know it is. All right. Pick your tight end day. Trey McBride's sneakily been getting work. Ertz is now hurt, so he's going to see a majority of the snaps. However, playing Baltimore, I'm just going to side with correlation here with Njoku. Getting a ton of targets against Seattle. And I'm just the king of not getting a top 3 pick today. Right in the, like, I have so many drafts from 8. I think I have like 7 ETN teams. We're about to make it 8. Yeah, I'm going to side with correlation with this mini stack. There's nothing else there, right? There's nothing else there. Troutman. Troutman was the play. No, I'm just kidding. I can't even joke. I can't even joke about that. Crazy. Pat's gaslighting people on his Twitter is gold. Oh god. I mean, I don't know how you get 248,000 followers on Twitter, but this dude must be pretty cool. Like this guy must you have to have a certain level of cool to have that many followers or hate. If people hate you enough, they'll follow you. Doesn't make sense, but it works. Dude, CMC at 3. I can't even get CMC at 2. Watch him go AJ Brown. No, Monkfish. Monkfish is a good dude. One of the grinders. CG's got a ticket. Pete's in this. Nick's in this. Typical grinders. EDN 3s in every draft. Unlimited funds. Let me screenshot that squad. Maybe not. There we go. Yep. Monk might be on auto. We'll see if he comes back by the next pick. He's not really injured. I'm running out of starts from pick 8. Honestly, it might just be Lamar. Like, it might just be Lamar. Tony P. One cool thing, like if you're gonna do this, like grabbing 2 players in the same range where that's typically you can't get is good way of thinking. Like if I went Breece Hall and then like Puka, like no one's gonna have that start, but I do think that is a disadvantage. Like there's a clear if I could get Hall and Lamb, sure, but I don't think this is the right draft pick to try to do that. I do think there's a tier drop off after Breece Hall. And then I'd probably have Hawkinson over Thielen and Puka. And then JT over all 3 of these receivers. Quick mind rankings there. Adam says Naked Stroud hits with touchdowns to Mechie, Bobby Trees, and Noah Brown. Oh my God. Imagine. Hey, if Naked Staffy can win, anything can win. Mike Gesicki revenge game. I don't love it. I don't think it's the same as like the Myers revenge game. Now, if Hunter Henry wasn't playing, sure. Like I would mix that in, but I think it's a little thin with Henry playing. If you guys are just getting in here, smash the like. We're at 16. We're almost at 20 likes. CeeDee Lamb goes at 12 with JT. Yeah, like I like that start. I like that start. Or Lamb Hall. But I like this even more than Lamb Hall. Or yeah, more than Lamb Hall, just because you're not going next based off ADP. So that can be a unique combo. And I'll take Breece Hall here. Thank you very much. Let's see. Ooh, we do. We do. Not that it's like a different combo, but I like Brees this week. I like Brees this week. Mm. Barkley Kamara. Nick really reaching into the handbag there to get Barkley, who I think I may have turned him on to Barkley this week. Because at first, wasn't on board. Wasn't on board. And this is a Giants fan. Got to sell the Giants, which is funny because he has to sell the New England Patriots players on me. Uh, Revenge game for Barkley. Tanner in here. I haven't seen this name yet. Haven't seen this one either. SGO boys. Kelsey Bijan and this has to be a Waddle pick coming at 27. Oddly, it does feel like a Waddle week. Yeah, he goes Waddle. Because you basically, like, if you want Tua, you can't let it go to the Hill team. You won't get him back, obviously. It's like such a small chance. So if you want that combo, you have to go Tua first. Kittle gone. People are like catching on to the Kittle, man. Olave gone. I have so much Lamar Nico just because he's so close to Zay Flowers, and all the Lamar people are picking Zay Flowers. So like that small 1-for-1 flip, I think is incredibly sharp. However, I probably should have one team with Lamar Zay Flowers, since I think I have 3 with Lamar Nico, just in case he loses that flip. And obviously, we'll side with the correlation here. Not really interested in any Arizona bringbacks unless we get completely boxed in like the tight end range. Then you can go Trey McBride. Completely fine with that for that game stack. Nick might be. Oh, this is a go get your guys team. This is a go get your guys team. I respect it. I respect it. We have correlation with Waller, who falls. So I do want to try to push tight end to 56. 3 teams to my left have tight ends. Oh my god. Adam bringing the juice into the stream. Pickens goes. He was going to be one of my clicks. I like this start from EDN3. I don't like a lot of his teams, but I like this team. K-Walk goes. E. E. This might just be an Evan Ingram. It's Ingram, Henry. It's Ingram or Henry for me here. Let's go, Evan Ingram. leverage some of the Ridley teams, Kirk teams, ETN teams. Plus, I think with that amount of targets every single week and catches, like bound to get in the end zone, right? ETN can't get into the end zone twice every single week, right? 2 a week. We'll see. We'll see. Joe Burrow goes to the chase team. Stroud, just naked Stroud, probably trying to bounce Schultz to him on the way back around. Just needs to fade 2 teams. Might be able to. Might be able to. So you just feel like for me, like fading Zay Flowers here, and I've tried it so many times. Like, okay, like for me, it doesn't feel good to have naked Zay Flowers. Like if Zay Flowers gets 18 points, which is what you're basically looking for, you're looking for 16 plus in these. But like really, you want 18, 20 plus. If he gets that, like, doesn't Lamar just have an absolute huge game? So like the amount of times I get sniped on Zay Flowers to teams that just go naked Zay is like ridiculous. So I always try to push him in this spot and he doesn't come back. And I think I feel like drafters are making a mistake with that. I think Lamar goes nuclear if Zay Flowers has a ceiling game. And you likely need that piece, Lamar. Whoa, reach up on Staffy. Definitely could have got him later, in my opinion. Only 2 teams need a QB. Wow. Yeah, we should have tried to push tight end to 56. That would have been the right play. Said it, didn't do it. Waller comes back to us. Watson's gone. Damn, a lot of my favorite picks here are gone. Even Dameon Pierce. Like, I think this is a good spot to bring in Pierce. Not going Gus Edwards. That's a bet against Lamar. Basically getting the rushing touchdowns. Yeah, this was definitely a sharper run. Like, if I would take Seawad here, I would take Dameon Pierce. Those were really, and Kareem Hunt. Those were the 3 pieces I was looking to return at 56. Drake London's definitely be the next favorite. All right, jumping in one last one. Or is it one last one? You never know. You never know. It's got to feel right. We don't have any correlation here. We could go just like D-Hop, right? Like DeAndre Hopkins going undrafted. You think Malik Willis will target the shit out of him, and maybe we just have to do this for the mini stack with Drake London? We don't have a KC correlation. I have a ton of Sutton. I think it's a great click, but let's go with the odd chance that Hopkins has a decent game with the rookie. Honestly, I don't think I've seen Hopkins get clicked a single time in, man, I must be nearing like 30 something drafts. Eric sneaks in the 4 spot. We are in the 9, unsurprisingly. Sacrilegious in the 10, EDN 3, doesn't miss a beat. Pete gets 7, and Nick's in the 5 spot. Monkfish DMs me on Twitter and says, bullied my way into Tua Waddle. Yeah, 100% did. 100% did. That's happened to me a couple times when I go hill at 2. Doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good when you're that hill team and you do want that stack. CMC at 3 twos. Just that's a gift, Monk. That's a gift. Too much, bro. Too much. Yeah, I can't believe that. That's funny. All right. 7 picks away. I'm not expecting anything to fall to us. Not with these hounds. Not with these ADP hounds before me. So maybe this is the ETN start. It's just so freaking gross. Pick 9 and pick what? 16? Another reason why I like going Lamar here is there is a chance you get Lamar Andrews. I'm probably going to start double RB though. Yeah, this is looking like a double RB start. Six picks in between. Mahomes goes at 10. Honestly, I'd probably have Brees over Alvin. I'd probably have Lamb over Alvin too, just because of the drop off at receiver. See what comes back. See if we should get one of these guys. Unless they go 5 for 5. Okay, they're not going 5 for 5. That's good. Roy G. Bip, Tony P, and the Hawk. So like that's one of those things where you just make a small like 1 for 1. It's going to be a unique start. Like TJ Hawkinson's never coming back to 36. Tony Pollard started with an ADP of like 23, 24, but I don't think he fell to 36. Not in a dog bowl. Especially not early. Like when these opened, that first day, it was so many sharp drafters in those rooms. Okay. We get a fun combo of Alvin and ETN. It's not going to be super different, but and Tanner Tanner gets Lamar. This is what I'm talking about. When you go Lamar in this range, 8 or 9, there is the small chance that you get Lamar Andrews. Tanner, just want to let you know that should be mine. God damn. That's nice. That's nice. That's got to keep an eye on how this team comes out. We have to pray they mess it up. Ben says Alvin is so much less scary as a name for a running back than Kamara. I like that. Strong take. Strong take. Alvin will not spike you into the top 3 for Dog Bowl. Kamara may. Reminds me of the Chipmunks. Yeah, honestly, Tyrod's probably a good thing for Waller this week, Nick. What do you think about that? Like, would you be as excited about Darren Waller with dimes? Thielen goes off at 22. Eric grabbing Chase, Saquon feels good. Cooper Kupp, Mostert looks good. AJ Brown, Waddle, cool with that start. Tua Hill, just a lot of the same combos, especially like these last three. I feel like it's very chalky. Like you get Tyreek, you get Tua, you get Waddle, you get Tua. Honestly, like gotta scroll. Gotta scroll. Ayuk off the board. Logan, welcome to the live stream, my man. Finding value fantasy in the 6-hole. Good luck this week. Good luck, dude. Top stat NFT. I like the start. Keep track of the 6 spot. You got pounders at 4, 5, 6. Oh man, no Kittle tonight for me. It's throwing off my mojo here. Definitely not used to not getting Kittle where I want to. But in my opinion, he probably should be ahead of Goddard. Ugh. This range is ass. I can't go running back. I hate how PC does that. It's got to be George P here. We got a little mini stack with ETN too. It's got to be George P. It's got to be the optimal flex a few weeks back when we had 28%. The scroll down flex. You want to know what? I think that was the week that Zach Moss went nuclear when JT came back. Lamar Andrews Olave. Like, I'm curious if Zay Flowers comes back, does he go Zay Flowers at 41 and double stack Lamar? Like that, I'm not convinced is a good play to double stack Lamar. Brees, Swift, Mahomes. That's a fun start by Sack. Put it into the optimizer. You guys start thinking about like who we want our QB to be. Olave goes, right? Not afraid to go Derek Carr with Alvin Kamara too, just with how many balls he's catching. He easily get into the end zone. So like, I don't think that's negatively correlated at all. Where did T-Law go off? Is Trevor Lawrence still on the board? Dude, he's fallen so far with the Q tag. If he played last week, right? Like you would think, yeah, ETN. I don't think I love going ETN and T-Law though. I think that's sort of a bet against one another. Now, if you expect that team to onslaught, like if you think they're going to put up a shit ton of points, which Jacksonville at Pittsburgh could be kind of an ugly game script in my opinion, but all right, Sack. He can't go QB. He can't go running back. His QB's Mahomes. He's probably reaching on Rice here, going maybe Ridley, Wilson, or he's grabbing one of the 2 tight ends. Yeah, he goes Rice. Okay. The Nico team has Tua. So what are the chances we get Stroud coming back to us? It seems thin, but we're gonna try it. Miracles can happen. I feel like people shouldn't go naked Stroud, but maybe they bring in Tank. It's just a pretty far reach. Like I don't know if I can personally go Tank over some of these players, which I believe have much higher ceilings and better opportunity. But yeah, Nick said same. Passed on my Jackson Andrews team when Flowers came back. I think that's the right play. I traded Swift and Sanders for Breeze today. Oh, it's so good. That is so good. Ben Carwin Olave has 8 yards of separation downfield. Carwin he sees Kamara. Yeah. Memes. Absolute memes. Yeah, it's not like he's getting a lot of yardage on those, but still it turns into points. He should get him involved in the red zone too. Let's see. Williams was back last week, but let's check those snaps real quick. Jamal was on the field 22%. It's tough because we don't know like really what the split's going to look like. Like Kamara suspended for the first 3 games, Jamal Williams out, Kendrick Miller, POS, just always hurt. Just a portfolio killer for me. All right. We've made it through their first picks. So many teams don't have a QB. A little bit of a risk, but Joe Burr off the board. Ridley team already has a QB. Honestly, maybe if he does come back, maybe I'd just go naked T-Law here. EDN3 would likely take him at 59. One, two, three, four. We got to get by 4 teams for Stroud. I just don't see what like naked Stroud does. Logan, question: do I try and trade Gibbs and Sanders for Hall? Yes, 100%. Great time to sell Gibbs right before D-Monk comes back. Gibbs not in the slate, but yeah, it's a great time to sell Gibbs, in my opinion. It doesn't seem like he's going to overtake David Montgomery at any point this season. Doesn't seem like he's going to be that 20 touch guy when D-Monk comes back. Okay, 1 QB off the board. T-Law goes to Eric in the 4 spot. We need to get by 1 more squad. Oh, he goes Ritter. I saw purple. Made me flinch a little bit. Made me pucker up. So it works out. We do push Stroud to the 5th round, basically to the end of the 5th round. Get the spoons out. We just went rogue. We got the mini stack here with Jacksonville. If we didn't have Kamara, I would. Dameon Pierce is. People are starting to realize that matchup is pretty juicy for Dameon Pierce. It's gonna depend on snaps. Now, last week, Dameon Pierce wasn't efficient, and they bring in Singletary. So if they do sort of split, it could be ugly. And like Dameon Pierce has been splitting this whole time. So I'm still not sold on Pierce over Kareem Hunt this week, but that's not to say like Kareem Hunt's going to split time with Pierce Strong Jr., but he's going to have the red zone role. And the way you think this game, at least I think it's going to go, is Cleveland's going to be running the ball in Seattle. Probably more red zone trips. All right. Let's see if he comes back. Let's see if he comes back to us. We got our eye on one player in particular. We need to get by 2 people. This has to be a receiver and a QB. Judy and Russ. Or Sutton and Russ. I don't understand why people are really going Judy over Russ. Or over Sutton, rather. Like, you're getting Sutton on the field for 11 more plays. Yeah, there's the Russ Sutton. Oh, Seawalk goes. Damn. In blazing fashion. Indy, we go Josh Downs for this mini stack here. Nick hates this pick. It's actually kind of funny at this point. Dobbs is fine. Dobbs is in play. If we didn't have Kamara, we could talk about Shaheed. Drake London's in play. We're going Downs. We're going Downs for the mini stack. We're going Downs for the mini stack. God damn. Like, see what? We just had to get by one drafter for see what. It's probably a good thing that he picked me off him. I'm probably well over 30%. Nick loves Kendrick Bourne. He's your guy. Kendrick Bourne's your guy. Finding value fantasy in the 6th spot. AJ Brown, Jalen Waddle, Bijan, T. Higgs, Desmond Ritter, and Jonnu Smith. Sneaky little pairing at the bottom there. A little bit of rushing upside with Desmond Ritter. Staffy, Garrett Wilson, Terry McLaurin, George Kittle, Raheem Mostert, and Cooper Kupp for Nick. Eric with Jamar Chase, Saquon Barkley, Kenneth Walker, Michael Pittman Jr., Trevor Lawrence, and I missed the last pick, but damn. Those are fun teams. All right, guys. Going to be back tomorrow, probably around noonish, to do some more dog bowls, trying to get up to 40 this week. And that's where we're going to end off. If you guys enjoyed tonight's live stream, get us up to 20 likes before you leave. I appreciate you. Drop the sub. Have a good night. Pounders.